for each battalion of an activation group that is adjacent to a sea-landed allied unit. So airborne doesn't count. Airborne, amazingly, does not does not give you a bonus on activation. All right, so there you go. All right, so let's do the Utah Beach.
Okay.
How strong are the currents? D6. 1. I'm going to use the intended landing beach. Texas.
Okay.
So the current wasn't that bad. Okay,
That's beneficial for you there.
Yeah, it's not bad. So I'll take that. That. Okay, here we go. The allied player rolls 1 die for every weapons nest, not garrisons, to determine the possible effects of allied pre-landing air and naval bombardments. Roll 1 die for each weapons nest. Oh yeah, so here we go. I believe this is where you couldn't roll a 5 or a 6 to save your life.
I couldn't. All I was rolling were 1s through 4s.
Yes. So
I
in
got
theory,
hosed on the landing when I played.
yeah, hose is a good non-profane word. So in theory, I think
Rhymes with truck.
Going by memory, there are 27 weapons nests or something. So 1/3 should be like 9 on average. But again, the dice gods are fickle.
They are.
All right, I'm gonna go. I'll call them out. I'm gonna go west to east, starting with Fontenay.
West to
Nope.
east. Fontenay. Okay.
Marcouf. Nope. 8-10. Nope. Weapons nest 5. Oh, we're getting a bad feeling, folks. Point to Hawk. All right. It's Omaha, guys. Let's see what happens. 71. Nope. 68. Yes.
Look at that.
All right. 66. Oh, that's good. 64.
Nope.
62.
Nope.
60.
Nope.
Okay, I'll believe it. I will take
Oh, I bet you will.
Port-au-Bassin. Yes.
Oof.
Now for the British. 40. 38, 39. 37.
Whew.
35.
Oof.
It's not bad. 32. 29. Yes. That's a big one. 27. 26. Camp Group Engel. It doesn't really help me right now. 21. 16. Come on, Weastraham. Yes. I'm not getting all of them, but I'm getting good ones. 17. And finally, Merville. Come on, Merville.
I'll take that all day long.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. I didn't do the British. I was so jazzed about the 82nd. Let me do the British drops.
Yes, let's land the British.
Let's land the British. Like, guys.
It's great that we all stacked up together, but this didn't happen.
Pip and all that.
Yeah, right. Oh, cheerio.
Cheerio. All right, let's start with drop zone K at 3950. Single roll of an 8. That's not a good one. Disorganized, scatter, loss.
For the gliders, doesn't... Oh, these aren't gliders.
No, I wish. Scatter of 2 gets me close to Colombelle with a loss and disorganized. Okay, let's do drop zone N. I got those 3. At 37.49, first one is a 10. Disorganized. Second one is a 7. Regroup. Third one is a 6. Regroup and loss. Well, okay. Flip him.
That was a pretty solid landing so far.
That's not bad. That could have been worse.
It could have been a lot worse.
Okay, drop zone V. Come on, ninth para. Oh, yes. They land nicely. Those are the ones that go after Merville. And the dude under him. 10. He's disorganized. That was a nice drop. That wasn't bad.
That was a good drop.
Glad somebody had one. Okay. Okay, so let me do that. Let me save it. All right, so back to the effects of bombardments. We did that. Next. Rolling on the Merville battery and .2 Hawk battery attack. Allied play determines if the pre-dawn effort of the 9th Para Battalion to take out Merville battery succeeds. I need a 1. Modifiers. -1 if the weapons nest is marked as regroup. It is not. -1 if the weapons nest starts on the reduced side. Does not. -1 if 9th Para is not reduced or disorganized. It is neither. It is simply regroup. So I got a -1. So I need a 2 or 1.
You have it disorganized listed.
No, for 9th Para. 9th Para's
Ninth Para. I'm looking at the wrong stack.
Yeah, first Canadian is, yeah, they're a little scattered. But so 9th Para, no step loss and no disorganized. So I got a -1. I need a 2. That's not a 2. Could have used the 5 earlier. All right, that didn't work. All right, Rangers. Let's see if second Rangers does what it needs to do. Again, I need a 1. Modifiers. If the weapons nest is marked as regroup, which I believe it. Oh, it is not. We didn't get points. It is not. And it's not as reduced out. I need a 1. Sigh. Okay. If the weapons nest is not eliminated, the second Ranger is disorganized and remains in the display. Next, determine if 5th Ranger joins the attack or lands at Dog Beach. Roll 1 die and apply the results. A 5. I land at Dog Beach. During landing phase 1. Okay. He's coming in here.
Nice.
Well, this is certainly interesting.
It is so far.
All right, .2 Hawk weapons nest must be attacked by the Rangers during each allied action segment of the upcoming landing phases. Ranger units marked with a regroup or disorganized marker may choose not to attack. Okay. All right, so now we go to determine the German beach resistance values. So German player draws a strength chit from the 1 effectiveness strength cut for each landing beach. Let's see, before any chits are pulled, remove those. Yeah, that we'll just ignore them when we pull them. The 2 chits for the U.S. beaches are pulled together. The smaller value chit is assigned to Utah and the greater to Omaha. So why don't we do that first? So you need to pull 1 chits. And reveal. All right, so draw another one because A8 is ignored. It's one of those things where you take it out of the cup. All right, they're both going to be the same. They're both identical. They're both high. So one of those goes on Utah. The other one goes on Omaha.
Just stick that back on the deck.
Yeah, well, you don't have to yet because you might pull it out again. Now we get the 3 British beaches.
Okay.
Same thing. Yeah, the A8 gets redrawn. Oh, I'll take that.
Ooh.
Okay, now you can throw the A8s back.
That's a lot of 6s.
Yeah, well, luckily it's the B value, so it's 4, 3, and 4. But it's 6 at Omaha, which is unpleasant. Here we go. Maximum uncertainty. Says it's a modified version of the single map Overlord. We're obviously not doing the single map. So,
Right.
using all optional rules in 26-23. Summon a modified form. The goal of the scenario is to provide an alternative ahistorical situation. Due to the many die rolls, the fortunes of war on June 6th may swing wildly either way. So, I'm going to use the designated beach landing hexes. Separate supply for Omaha and Utah.
Mm-hmm.
Possibility of dropping the first Airborne division. I think that's on turn 3 and
Okay.
beyond. 82nd Airborne original drop zone modified. Early German reinforcement release modified. And German setup alternatives heavily modified. So, without going into every little thing, well, let's start. We're going to determine the Allied intelligence analysis. As the first action of the scenario, the intelligence assets are related to the detection and readiness of the 91st Luftlanding Division and 243rd Stack Divisions will be determined by a D6 die roll. So, it's not a secret die roll. So, let me get my vassal up. Okay. Make sure I've saved the game. First D6 die roll. It's a 4. What does that mean? The result is unknown. I have no idea who the 91st and 243rd are. So that means there's going to be a secret roll on the 91-243 disposition table.
Secret roll
So
for me.
yeah, it's going to be a secret roll for you.
Okay.
So after this roll, I will make the determination of whether to drop the 82nd Airborne onto its original drop zones as described in 26-23-6 or change the drop zones to the historical drop zones. I think in the interests of the fact that I've played this more than you, I'm gonna drop the original drop zones and just see what happens. So
Okay. I rolled a 1 on my secret.
well, don't tell me what you roll. It's secret.
Oh, right.
You
For
reroll.
for the explanation of the table, what would that have meant?
Let's see, where is it?
Oh, I found it. It was on another page. Okay.
Yeah, 2714.
Conduct Allied airborne landings. Okay.
Right. So essentially, conduct allied airborne landings. There is a
Oh, it's a
roll.
2d6. I only rolled a 1d6. That's why.
So there you go. Yeah. So 2d6. So you can roll 2d6. So the ranges are set up and operate as historical, set up as standard, and the 243rd is, which is probably the best German result.
I need another die.
All the way to stuff arrives as a delayed reinforcement.
Yeah, I
And the
see that.
243rd is pretty much immobile. So yeah, so you can do that roll, set it up as your secret note.
I need another die. Where is it? I don't have enough dice. Isn't that someone's favorite thing to say? Honey, yes. Why is there a box of 38 dice? Oh, I needed more.
Yeah.
I didn't have enough dice.
Yeah. My biggest problem is when I get a game, I tend to take the dice out of the game, and it's like, oh, I'm going to sell the game. Oh, there's no dice in here. Which one was it? Was it the red one? Was it the black one?
Yeah, I had a blue wood die somewhere, and we don't know where it went. It just disappeared.
Yeah. The dice gods are fickle. Sometimes they take their toys back.
All right, I'll just. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Make myself a note for the 91st and 243rd. Okay. Die
Yeah.
roll done.
One of the things I'll be revisiting when I get to Killing Ground 2 is the activities of the 243rd. In this game, they're a little too mobile,
Mm-hmm.
and particularly with their 7 movement points. And I know their Tioni said they had trucks on D-Day. They didn't have the trucks. They were supposed to have trucks, but they didn't have them. So
Right.
they're a little quick in this game.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I
So
think.
that part's done.
Okay, so secret roll is done. So we go to from 2710. Now we go to 2711, which is in the D-Day booklet. So here we go. Preliminary stage, determine and record the turn 2 weather. So now I get to do my secret roll. Oh,
Nice.
got my ginormous dice tray. I'll use the green die. And secretly roll. Okay.
I need a dice tray. I'm rolling on my carpet.
Weather roll is done. Okay, 2712. Determine the weapons nest artillery strength. The German player rolls 1 die for each of the weapons nests listed below. Merville, 18-14, and point to Hawk.
Okay.
So if it's a 1 or a 2, it's good for me. 3 through 6, it's good for you. So let's roll
Rolling
Merville first.
6.
Oh, that's too bad. Okay, 18-14. Come on, low number. Come on, low number.
6.
Okay. And finally, point to Hawk. Point to Hawk.
4.
All right. So everybody is at full strength. Awesome. Okay. Orn Bridge. Ox and Bucks. Here we go.
Orn
What is it? What do they say?
Bridge.
Ham and jam, I think was the code. Anything but a 1. Yay. I took on the glider's land.
Okay.
Now time to conduct the airborne landing. So, certain instructions and which drop zones. Okay, so this is all the airborne landing stuff. So let's do the 101st. All right, so I'm going to use the D-Day charts, the new handy dandy D-Day charts.
Mm-hmm.
So this is,
Who you rolling for first?
let's do, let me zoom in there. 502nd, 101st, that stack at
Okay.
2620.
Yep.
So it's three rolls. So the first roll, 2d6, is a 6, which means it is regrouped and a step loss. No scatter.
Okay.
So flip, regroup. Second one. An 8.
That. Ooh.
Okay, what is that? That is. If a glide is not landed. So that is. Oh, yeah, that's bad. That is disorganized, scatter, and a step loss. Awesome. You guys are doing great. So this scatter roll is a 4. So what's the scatter diagram? So according to the scatter diagram, to the upper left side of this map, scatter diagram 1 is to the southwest, which
Okay.
means this map goes to the northeast. There. And disorganized. Okay, next one, 2d6. 2.
That is
Oh man, what's with the step losses?
regroup,
Man.
scatter, and loss. Hey, that's about what I did when I when I played last time.
Scatters a 4, so step loss.
I had a bunch of losses. Well, I had a bunch of losses on one group. I think my 82nd took all the losses. My 101st seemed to do okay.
All right, that's ugly. Okay, next one. Down to 2820, the 506, or the majority of the 506. Just go top and bottom. I'm just gonna do the 3 dice. Let's just do it there. 6. Another step loss. Wow. Regrouped in place. Next. Again. And 5. Finally, no step loss. Regroup and scatter. Scatter 6 goes down here. Okay. 3020. Down by Saint-Côme-du-Mont.
Yep.
5, which is
Regroup and scatter.
regroup and scatter. Scatter's a 5, so it goes there. Next. 3.
Is regroup scatter.
Regroup and scatter. Scatter is a 4. A 9. Disorganize and scatter. A 3. Evidently, they didn't want to land next to Saint-Côme-du-Mont.
Apparently not.
If your roll was a 7 or greater, then the 91st arrives as a reinforcement. Otherwise, it sets up historically.
Nope, they're in country.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that's bad. And since he was taking a loss, he's completely gone at that point. So now I know you're there. So he's eliminated, and I am in the shit. So, oh, this is all right. This is challenging. Okay,
Oh yeah, because you landed right on top of him.
And I was already taking a step loss on top of it, so he's just gone completely at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like, oh boy, oh bother. All right, so let me take a look at this because okay, so we got through 2714.
Okay.
Next will be the beach landing. What I do want to see though is looking ahead when the Germans activate. Okay, not the best drop. What did I lose? 5 out of 9, which is a little heavy. Okay, so now I got to figure out
3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5.
Yeah. Okay, so now the 82nd. Optional rules. Okay. 15. Okay, so these guys drop on top of there. T is 2712. Cross the Douve. O is 2613. So an interesting thing about this is drop zone N lands on top of possibly a unit of the 91st, depending on the secret roll and all of that stuff. So let me take a look. Yes, let me take a look at maximum certainty, connect the drop zones.
I feel like that would be one of those instances where they're landing and they get wiped out from the air.
Yeah, let's see what happens here.
Like in The Longest Day when they land in that town in the middle of the freaking fire.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, it's a
That's
turkey.
really,
It's a turkey shoot. It's dangerous,
yeah. Well, like John Steele hanging from the steeple.
right? He's
Yeah.
lucky he didn't get killed.
Well, he played dead. I guess it was just kind of like,
Yeah, true.
yeah. It's like, yeah,
He
nothing
is
to
real
see here.
lucky. He's real lucky.
All right, so I think it's not in my PDF, but I think what's going to happen is, if I So I think what's going to happen is the way we'll handle this is if I land in that hex,
Yep.
and as it turns out, the 91st is there.
Yes.
What's going to happen is, one, I'll know that the 91st is now in country, and the second thing I'll know is if I land in that hex, I'll just take it as like a total loss. Or an extra step loss, and essentially a retreat. So that way, like if I wasn't going to get a step loss,
Yeah.
I would get a step loss automatically.
It acts as like a cadre or something.
Well, what'll happen is I'm either going to get one step losses or two, which will wipe it out completely.
Right. Okay.
Depending on the roll. So let's start off with drop zone O
Okay.
up at 2613.
That's the 505th.
505th. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So 2d6. We have a 10.
That is a disorganized only.
Disorganized only. Next, a 9.
Disorganized and a scatter.
Scatter of a 5, which gets me there. Next, 3. Regroup and scatter.
Yes, regroup scatter.
Also a 5. Okay. I'll do drop zone T.
Okay.
A 7. Regroup in place. Oh, why can't I do that all the time? Next one. 7. Regroup in place.
All
right. Third time's a charm. Is it Vegas, baby? It's not. Oh, 7-Eleven. I guess it's almost.
Disorganized and scatter.
Scatter of a 4. So the bottom guy goes to the northeast with a disorganized. These guys are regrouped. All right. 508. Are they lucky? How was the Allied intelligence? A 9.
Disorganized, scatter.
Scattered. So they do scatter. Scatter of a 5. All right. 2nd Battalion. A 5. Also scatter.
With a regroup, yeah.
Cross the river. 1st Battalion. 12.
Disorganized and a loss.
Yeah, and is the 91st in country or no?